icLAAo, I can't lose, bro. No reality where I lose. Ever. Man, it's been a while. I mean, not really a while, like 2 weeks since I dropped a YouTube video. I hope everybody's been doing amazing. I'm doing amazing right now, going to the top, icLAAo, ever. I've actually been active on my Instagram. So go follow my Instagram. I've been dropping content there at all I can for, same as my YouTube. But that's not what this video is about. You know what the most valuable resource that we have on this earth available to us is? It's not money. It's time. And you wanna know what the most wasted thing on this earth is? You probably already know what I'm about to say. Time. You know what most old people in their old age will say about, oh my God, if only I didn't waste that much time when I was younger. If only I didn't waste that much time. They're always talking and regretting the amount of time that they wasted. Because in this earth, time is the most valuable resource because none of us know how much time we have. I just watched a podcast with a guy talking about how his mentor, at 60 years old or 50 something, late 50s, early 60s, retired with 20 million in the bank. He grinded his whole adult life. And 1 year after he retired, he died. He worked all that time. And then finally, when he's about to enjoy, he's supposed to enjoy the last, 20, 30 years of his life, he died. And that's what makes time so valuable. Because we don't know when our last day is. We don't know when our last second is. Our last day could be tomorrow. Your last day could be next week. Hopefully not, but we don't know. And that's what makes time so valuable. Because at the same time, time is abundant, but it's also scarce. And when something is scarce, that's what gives it value. Bro, I see a lot of people my age, they just waste time. Because society has brainwashed people into this ideology of, your teens and 20s, you can have fun. You don't have to have it figured out yet. Life doesn't really start till you're 30. 30 is the new 20. This is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. Because why does society want you to think this? See, let me actually put a caveat here. When somebody or someone or society has an ideology that they want to push to you, or they tell you and they want you to believe, you have to always think, why do they want me to believe this? Why do they want me to party through my 20s and my teens? Because that's a whole 10 years of life that you have just now wasted. A lot of people, I'm realizing, don't really get on their shit or start realizing, until they're 30 years old. And by then, you have 10 years of terrible habits. Actually, probably more than that. 10, 12 years of terrible habits. 10, 12 years that you could have been using to compound working on yourself, compound skills that you may have built, compound self-confidence, compound money. But instead, society wants you to, it's okay. Oh, you're in your 20s, just have fun. You're a teenager, oh, have fun. You don't have to have anything figured out yet. When you're 30, that's when, and that's false. Because you don't even know if you're going to live till you're 30. And even if you do, why would you want to have wasted 10 years when you're in your youth? When you have the most energy, your brain is the sharpest. You have less responsibilities. But they want you to waste that so that when you're 30, you're now trapped. Because when you're 30, you're now stretched for time. You probably have a full-time job. You may have a wife, kids, family. Now that takes up the majority of your day, and now you have no more time to grind on your side hustle, work on yourself, hit the gym. And this is why. Because your time is now limited at that age. But at the early ages of your teens and 20s, you have all the time in the world to better yourself. All the time in the world to make some money. All the time in the world to learn a skill. All the time in the world to mess up, bro. But instead, the majority choose to just waste it. Why do you think high performers always say, my time is valuable? High performers do not waste time at all. Why do you think time management is such a big thing? People study time management because people who are high performers, the most successful people, they understood that time is a valuable resource. And it's the one resource that you can never make back. Once you wasted time, it's dead, it's over. You can't get it back. Money, you can get it back. But time, you can never get it back once it's gone. And that's what makes it the most valuable resource that we have. And this is why high performers, they meticulously manage their time. They meticulously curate who they spend their time with, what they spend their time doing, because they realize this. Spend your time around people who are going to better you, not make you worse. Spend your time doing things that are going to better you, not make you worse. Instead of spending your time doing things that are absolutely and 100% lowering the quality of your life rather than increasing it. Because you're going to have that regret. You're going to have it. Because you're going to look back on all those weekends that you went out, all those days that you just slept in, you didn't do anything when you were young, at your peak. At your peak! You wasted it. And that's why a lot of old people, why do you think Karens are a thing? Old people like Karens, they're people who are mad at the world because they're really mad at themselves. Because they have amounted to nothing and they wasted their life. And now they don't like themselves. So they take it out on everybody else. Time with family, bro. Spend time with your family. In this day and age, it's so sad because people value outside people more than their own family, your own blood, your own blood. People value spending time with outside people more than their own family. People neglect their own family to go and be accepted by other people who don't even love or care about them. When I really understood this, I started spending immense amount of time with family and loved ones. Because I understand they will not be here forever. I will not be here forever. And the worst regret you can have when the loved one dies is, oh my God, I wish I spent more time with them. I wish I would have hugged them more. I wish I would have talked to them more. But instead you were busy doing degeneracy, wasting your time, wasting your life, wasting your energy, doing things and hanging around people who just make you worse, bro. Time is absolutely the most valuable resource that we have. And the difference between a high performer, a winner, versus an underperformer, a loser, is a high performer does not waste any time at all. A high performer schedules out his day. They know what I'm doing here, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing here. They don't waste time. Losers waste time. So if you want to be a loser, keep wasting your time. Keep hanging with those people. Keep going out on every weekend. Keep sleeping in till 12 p.m. But then when you're 40 and you realize what you've done, don't get mad at anybody else but yourself. icLAAo ever. Follow my Instagram, @icLAAo.